shining stars, the most sprightly characters in the entire building. It's going to be Alex Richardson and Henry Greer.
We really are popping off today, Alex. I'm enjoying this series so far. It's going to be HellRaisers versus Team Liquid, map number 2. And it's Inferno, the pick of Liquid. And you have to say, that does not bode well for the HellRaisers squad.
A stack straight into Naf. How much can he get away with here? He's already made his presence known, and there is Oscar there to trade. And so this aggressive take towards Banana. They did stack up the men, but how many did they show? I think it may have just been 2, and therefore no acceleration from Team Liquid as they advance through apartments. The rotate's on its way, in a big way, given the fact that they do have, I believe it's Angel. You know, he's dead. Why does it say number 5? I'm getting trolled. There's a player in Banana, but it's not Angel. He is not. It's Oscar.
He'll have his work cut out for him here. USP in hand. Flashbang delivered, though, and he'll fall back to a more defensive angle. Not an ideal one for the USP here. A lot of pressure on him if they do fully commit. Luckily, though, they will fall back, and he's heard the sound cues as well, so his teammates can drop off the B site, and he's going to use that intel. Indeed, it is. And he'll be pushing down to actually catch them in transition. This could be everything. If he times as well, he's got 2 kills lined up. This is where the USP will come into its own. There's one. First shot has the bomb as well. Very valuable. Scalp to take down. That's Nitro, the in-game leader, and of course the bomb carrier.
Oh, that's a stinker. 1-0. HellRaisers are going to take it. That Liquid, they had all the right ideas. They wanted to keep Oscar's information limited, push him back, and as soon as he had a little whiff that they were going to be going back towards the A site, he managed to just charge at them and get that dank flank. That's lovely. Look at this frat. I mean, I'm expecting a second. This was, of course, number 2 in the round. It just went around that corner and Lau did the rest. Nice little second one on towards the site as well.
Yeah, good work. Third pistol round, I should say, for HellRaisers. Managed to win both of them on VERTİGO. We are going to have the Force Buy in return, though. It's going to be Team Liquid with the Deagles. A Tech 9 has come out as well. Rare appearance. That's in the hands of Nitro. P250 for Naf. They've got 3 smokes, a few flashbangs, and Elige will take a lot of that utility damage he was just explaining in the video before. So 8 Gs towards the logs, down to 16 HP. And you can see HellRaisers with 3 rifles at the point. You've got an M4 and a couple of FAMASs, but Stewie has found his way to the top.
It's a hard shot to hit. He's going to be tagged up very heavily by HellRaisers. Chooses to back away. He does have a smoke he's responsible for throwing, so it's a damn good job he didn't fall. And so it's going to be a BX-sec into, well, no Molotovs. The CTs, they're going pretty much dry. 2 flashes if they want to try and slow these Ts down, but it's going to be the weapons that you have to worry about. Look at them, they're already low. Tech 9 v MP5 is probably going to be the first fight. Already Elige is down. Angel's there as well. The MP9, it's perfect for this kind of fight. 2 versus 3 as the weapons are scavenged. The smoke's still up, but Stewie's caught through it. That's a problem for them. Nitro, he has a chance to at least tickle this bomb. Maybe draw Oscar through the smoke. He tries it. And Oscar, so ready to take that fight, does make it a 1v2.
Yeah, trying to deny the plant didn't work out for him, and now Nitro has a real chance of this one. Unfortunately, the MP5 not the most idyllic weapon for this scenario. We'll see if he can get close range, though, and manage to take another, but the M4 will always come out on top in that sort of play. 2-0, Force Buy for Liquid, once again not successful. They have to be on the full eco now, and without the plant going down, you don't expect a third round Force Buy like we saw in VERTİGO. That's how they got into the game before. We are just going to have PD50s at the very top end, I would say, on the Liquid side. HellRaisers will have a comfortable round here on the CT Forces. They've got 3 rifles, a FAMAS, and an MP9.
Should be a open and shut case. Just 2 flashbangs for Team Liquid. And so I guess the entire mission here for HellRaisers is don't lose a man, don't lose a weapon. Stay as a group. They are going to be throwing their nades and their utility. My goodness, Stewie's charged.
Yeah, he's right up there. CTs respond, though, in a perfect manner. The nade over at the beginning, and then pushing with those SMGs as farming cash at this stage. It's going to be Angel with the first kill, 5 versus 4, and he wants a bit more of the action as well. 3 in total. Money for days here. Elige twistzz. Oh, now just Elige will be waiting towards that log position. Received a lot of damage there from the HGs before. We'll see if he can even get a frag. Not going to happen. Angel with 4 as he's 6 on $6,600 after that round. Plenty of money here. And do they want to keep it in that sort of bonus mentality on the CT side, considering he's got so much money? So he has the option to keep the MP9 or throw it away. And they actually have. I like that. When you're the team like HellRaisers, you shouldn't be focusing on the finances in that respect. I feel like you need to be focused on getting every single round possible, not kind of stealing them away and keeping money strong. They've got rid of the MP9. They brought out the AWP for Oscar, and there's M4s out in full force now, apart from Nuki with the FAMAS. So that's a good call, in my opinion.
Yeah, looks good, that's for sure. And so, watch this. 2 Molotovs, 2 HEs, 2 smokes, all thrown in. That's the deep one. There's Stewie's in response. There's the nades, my goodness, look at this. It's just money. He's just thrown at everyone and not much to show for it. Stewie's actually willing to try and take the fight on Angel. He just showed just the barrel of his gun. Stewie was ready to strike though as Angel returns. Oh, this could be the element of surprise. He's doing such good work. First the MP9, now the M4. Double kill against the 4-buy. This one's more rewarding.
Yeah, that was exactly what I'm talking about. We had the MP9 there, certainly not getting 2 kills. It was worth the upgrade. He's now finding him in a 4 versus 3. Liquid compromise here in round number 4. Still with a chance, though. Issa will miss out on the first kill. Nitro will punish him for it. And they have actually got the A site under control, but not the bomb. That resides towards the top and middle. Flashbang will push Oscar off the angle. Takes a shot still. Did they recover it? Not quite yet. And they get it, but they take a lot of damage in the process. This has cost them so much time. The open site they had, that really has not become a factor, but twistzz really has. That's a massive couple of frags there, and it's going to be a 2 versus 1 now. Lau will be in towards the apartments.
1 versus 1, just Lau creeping and crawling his way to the apps. And twistzz, he's faked it once, he's faked it twice. And Lau, he's not going to have the initial eye line just as he crosses. As the bomb goes down, that's going to be a 4th for HellRaisers. And Lau, he was instrumental in the start for VERTİGO for HellRaisers. Of course, a loss there. If you have just joined us, Liquid took HellRaisers' pick, and this is Inferno. Liquid chose to take it here. 4-0, though. A fantastic opener on the defensive side.
Absolutely true. Bit of showboating here from Lau. There's the final DVs coming in, as we will see him just scoping in on the course there. I'm not sure what he's going for, just trying to get in their minds.
Yeah, I mean, maybe that's what you need to do.
Yeah.
Try and get that North American Sulk back, get that mine open.
Exactly. Why not? I like it. And
I reckon there's a double flash at mid.
A double flash at middle. That suggests maybe a bit of an aggression push from the HellRaisers. We'll see. Oscar has got the best spawn available for his AWP, so we'll see whether he'll be able to go with the initial pick as he's challenging towards T-steps. He's got 3 members who will be pushing Banana as well. Doesn't land the shot. His teammates are going to be double flashing towards the bottom of Banana there. Stewie through the smoke will get the first, but Nuki does reply on the leash. 4-on-4 as the flames touch Stewie. He's in a lot of trouble, down to 5 HP there. Not anymore.
Converted. That's gone so well. That's a couple of times recently we've started to see these Molotovs that are designed in a way where you are forced to take the fight. You can't go backwards. There is no backwards, and he's either tucked into the wall, but just as it continues to spread, you're forced even further forward. He had the luxury of a smoke to hide in, but that was not going to keep Nuki from finding the frag. Here come the Molotovs raining into the B site, as do the players. Nitro, twistzz, Naf. They're at a man disadvantage, and it's been extended. Lau, fantastic work as he descends. He finds a second off of that boost spot. Just twistzz, he's in the smoke, and he is surely out of there. He's been tagged through the smoke by Nuki, and his USP, those mysterious silent bullets. You can't find him, can't pinpoint him, finish him off.
Yeah, no problem at all. This is looking very good here. HellRaisers have put up one hell of a fight in these first 5 rounds. Clean sweep. It's going to be the 5-0 now. Team Liquid down to yet another partial buy. Here's a replay from Lau, boosted up. Very impressive kill with a drop down. You don't see that too often. Like, that's where CT usually dies in that boosted spot, but he manages to actually get 2 there, so that's very good indeed. The execution doesn't work out for Liquid, and they'll be able to do that again, but with much less firepower. It's going to be Deagles, Tech-9s, but they have got most of their utility. Oh, Naf hasn't anymore. It's going to be Oscar getting the initial frag. Lau will swing from the bench. Oh, that's really strong work from him. 4-on-2 now, all doing God's work there, as Nitro will be left in a 4 versus 1.
Oscar, how does he not go down?
Insane.
He's got no HP and a Tech-9's pushing him. My goodness. Still hits the shot. Nitro, he thought that was a freebie. He thought that was about to be an AWP on his back. And that is another round for HellRaisers. What's going on here, Hank? You know, this picture has been painted, and it's a vibrant one, of HellRaisers had to win VERTİGO. Overpass, yes. VERTİGO, maybe. Inferno, absolutely not. Now HellRaisers, they're starting to bring a very comfortable start. I mean, 6-0, they get a couple more. They can throw away this lead if they have to, if their T-side's reliable.
I love this from Oscar. What a play at the end as well. That really does set the tone. He is firing on all cylinders. As we head to round number 7 here, AK's brought out for Liquid. Money starting to stabilize somewhat. Haven't got absolutely everything they need here, but still enough. Single orb setup still for HellRaisers here. They've got the Orcs out and AK for Nuki as a mid pounce comes through, trying to shut down that prospect of the AWP. Lau, he'll wait towards that garbage position. It's going to be Oscar from the apartments this time. He's so active, Alex.
So
he always
ready.
wants a fight.
He's so ready. Give him an inch, he'll take a mile. twistzz, he's gone. Another one close quarters, my goodness. Nitro slow to adjust, but Oscar was even slower. It's up from short, does connect. And so a 2 versus 2 is established with 60 seconds left, and the bomb is not down. That gives Lau a little bit of power here. Tries to catch him on the cross, back towards short. It's enough of a cue, enough info for Nitro to get the bomb in, and they know exactly where the last is. They just had a fight with him. Lau looking to reposition.
He'll have his work cut out for him here. No kit and no grenades. He starts to sneak towards the bomb site here. Nitro in a lead, perfect positions. They'll find the first round. It's been a difficult first half, a very early days. They can still even win the half at this point. So, sure, HellRaisers could be better for them at the start of the game. We'll see what the money looks like. They haven't had too many close rounds. They should have a nice strong buy here. There's Oscar on your screen, the star sniper, former Mouse Sports player, of course, and now donning the HellRaisers jersey once again. We'll see this replay come through.
There's not many AWPers that are holding balcony for a short push.
That's exactly what I mean. He just does everything I don't expect, and it always seems to work out for him.
It's a style. I mean, this game has the depth necessary for people to have styles.
Yeah.
I mean, I love that. I appreciate that, and Oscar's definitely a good example of it. Here he goes again. He loved it. He likes it. You can even peek Boiler from there and get that little tight line. He's supporting Issa. This is quite a common hold, isn't it?
Yes, and we sort of talked about this yesterday. It can either go really, really well or both players go down. We'll see whether they can pull this one off. So the orbs will watch the stairs. You can see the lasers crossing over. Then Issa to focus on the right-hand side. So if either find themselves in trouble, they can back each other up and hopefully negate all threats. Full banana control from HellRaisers. That's always going to be beneficial, but it does cost you most of your utility at the start. Defending and execution after that's going to be tricky. Mid control is going to be the focus for Team Liquid, though. It's going to be Lau in towards Trash once again. Oscar, like we said with the AWP, drops out the apartments and now focusing towards quad.
Yeah, divide and conquer now. After no initial apartment fights, he wants to try and support short. Makes sense. Lau is going to be under scrutiny if they choose to smoke short and push. The moment just flashes, and this is quite an interesting hold. Nuki, he needs to get 1, maybe 2. Bait for Angel. That's the plan. That's 1. Looking for 1 more on a shopping list. All eyes on him. The flash is perfect, and they're just massacred. Just twistzz remains. He's got 2, he's got the bomb, but he's only got 30 seconds and a 1v1 to get that bomb down. Nope. Darts away. Nice work with the Molotov. That's going to force Lowell. He could get across here. The smoke's there. He could be safe enough to get onto the site with 19 seconds. Lowell closing this gap fast. twistzz brave to be punching in the digits. He's going to get pushed. Surely he gets shot in the bottom. He does. And that's going to be another for Liquid.
They just needed some money at that point. The loss bonus, sure, it's still there, but he was not going to win that round. He knew the presence of the CTs surrounding his position. If he gets the plant, at least they have finances. It's just enough to buy into the next round. They're all hovering around $4,000 at least on the nose of 4K, so that's enough for a smoke. AK armor, that's about it. They want to take a timeout here, which they have. Here's the replay. The boost in the half ball, always very effective. Nuki does a great job to bait in his teammate. Like he said, Angel with the FAMAS, double kill there. Much more than he's worth at that weapon. Really nice setup. And Liquid starting to struggle here somewhat. 7-1 down. They will be able to buy into it. It's going to be a NAFly AWP to try and save the day. So they do move the sniper around on this team. It's quite dynamic in that sense. It's usually, I suppose, Nitro would be the main AWP, but Stewie's been using a lot more. Naf certainly can as well. And it's normally when things go really wrong for Liquid, Naf says, I'm buying an AWP. And that's when the round can be turned on its head. We'll see what he can do.
I think Naf and Nico are similar in that sense of, I think they also hold a similar power in the team to be able to say, give me this weapon, let me do this.
Yep, I agree.
Let's see. 7-1 though, my goodness. Liquid, this was considered by many to be the freebie of the series, and my goodness is it not. HellRaisers have shut us up, and Liquid too. Early days though.
Very early days.
Very early days, and hesitance in Henry G's voice suggests he's got high expectations of Team Liquid, and I mean, who doesn't?
I feel like HellRaisers, for me to start thinking they can win this, there has to be 11-4 at least. They need 11, I would say, just to really solidify their chances.
I mean, Liquid CT side is a brick wall.
Exactly. So, yeah, this looks great so far. Still a lot of work to do. But this setup coming in once again, we said it can either go really well or really badly. It's gone extremely well for us at that. Both kills picked up. 5 versus 3 now. No real damage inflicted to the other 3 players, but they have walked past Lau. He's been in his position every round waiting for his chance to strike. He finally gets it, and they have to go back towards B again. Not just out of necessity, really. They've lost control of everything else. They still have the Orb of Nath. Whether that's enough, though, I'm not so sure. There's no real reason to give him an opportunity to even take a shot. Let's wait for him to commit to the bomb site, hold crossfires, trade out kills.
Yeah, or an opportunity for him here.
Oh, nice.
You like that?
Yeah, that's real good.
Thanks, man. Perfect picture painted by Henry. They've got nothing. That smoke's going to give them a way in. One new box. Lau's made his presence known. The flash is going to catch Naf with this AWP with 24 seconds. Stewie fortunately delivers. Now the bomb can go down. Now the site is theirs. Now a 2v4 is a 2v3, maybe a 2v2. Now the gap's closing. And now Liquid are reminding us who they are. Oscar does too, though. Slaps him on banana, just on Stewie. He found a way in. Can he find a way out? 3 frags to his name. You'd have to end this with 5, Henry. And they're hunting.
Luckily, they don't have a smoke or anything like that, so he does have a fighting chance here. First kill is going to be his. Oscar going in first with the AWP there. Now has the information as to where Lau resides, and it's going to be a fantastic clutch from Stewie there. Really needed that one, Alex. They were struggling in this game, and if they had lost that, I feel like the morale would have been an all-time low. Remember, that was a 4-on-2 situation.
Yeah.
Liquid pull right back, and it's obviously affected the mentality of HellRaisers. That was a lock-in round. Like
2v4, we were talking about that AWP, saying, you know, what can you possibly do?
Yeah.
They're going here out of necessity. I mean,
fully
oh
blind.
my goodness.
I was about to say, the flash from CT spawn looked so perfect for the player in new box.
Turns out it was.
I'm not going to say that's a lucky shot from Stu. Like, that's great, amazing amount of skill.
Yeah.
But certainly fortunate for it to be a perfect headshot while blind.
To have an understanding of the space you're in and the game you're playing to the point where when you lose all vision, you can still kind of understand where you were and where you need to be. It's all about experience, and Stewie, he's been getting a boatload of it over the last couple of years.
Absolutely true. And we did talk about Oscar's hero AWP potential.
We
He's got
did.
glass cannon. His teammates are going to force around it. He knows he has to carry the round. Unfortunately, no armor means he can't be as aggressive as he'd like, but he knows he can get picks and move around the map. He can still be nimble. As he holds towards Arch for now, it's going to be Liquid. Very aware of it. We'll see whether this is going to be enough for them to push him back. They're going to try and smoke off towards the Arch, the library, all the standard positions here, and see whether they can actually take everything away from Oscar. I'm going to stay on his POV and see what he's up to. He's currently towards the Arch.
They're coming. Not to his side, but they're coming to his sight. And Issa, he doesn't have his friend. And he's fallen. Lau does a lot with that CZ. The P250 of Nuki finds 2. This is becoming a problem. Stewie's gone. It's all on him. And that is going to be HellRaisers shutting them down. They didn't have the perfect buy. They didn't need Oscar, it turns out, because both of them, both Lau and Nuki, did huge work with just their sidearms. The P250 of Nuki finding 2 close quarters. Liquid, they weren't ready for that.
They really weren't. It all falls apart around. It looked like they had. That was going to be no problem at all, considering the weaponry. Wow. But it is Liquid, still stuck on the 2 rounds, and now their finances start to fall apart. The P250 in the corner, just doing all the damage there, connecting all the headshots, and that's that AWP, of course, delivering 2 kills at the end every single time. It always seems to. Oscar will be leading the charge once again as we enter round number 11. This time, not the force buy from Liquid. This could be a bit of a deco.
Oh, that's my favorite word. I wanted to use it.
Oh, you were going to say it?
Yeah, it's a deco, guys. It's a deco. And it's, well, it's not gone well. First 2 down. And just 1 man and a bit remain. Double flash on Stewie, but he is down to 11, and so this one is as good as over. Maybe you can get a frag. Maybe you can steal away one of those really appealing FAMAS on the other side of things. The only thing on their shopping list really would be Oscar's AWP, but
yes, true.
Good luck, have fun finding him.
Yeah, 1 minute remaining. Round 11 here. Liquid are going to be 9-2 down.
You said 11. You need 11 from HellRaisers. They're on their way.
I would like 11 to start the conversation of overpass, yeah, for sure. And remember, this is a lower bracket game as well. If Liquid do end up losing this best of 3, they are out the tournament.
Hot prospects. And HellRaisers, that curveball, they've always been. I mean, HellRaisers and Gatekeeper was always the name. You know, lower bracket, you've already made one mistake, you can't make another one. It's HellRaisers, it's Angel plus talent. New names on the scene and just taking over here on Inferno. Different story on map 1. Let's not forget HellRaisers, they actually fell quite quickly to Mouse Sports to fall to this lower bracket. 0-2 affair, both on Mirage and Nuke. So a completely different map pool for them, perhaps finding different success there. Spoke to Angel actually as he was qualifying for Pro League, because we had that opportunity. It was, of course, all on LAN. And asking him, you know, what's the plan? Like, what do you do now? He just qualified. I said, what's the plan? He said, well, we need to have a map pool. They don't have one. I mean, like, it's a brand new team.
Yeah.
Sure, Overpass worked with the previous roster. There's no guarantee it's going to work with this one. So he just has been looking to refine and decide on the map for them.
Well, some things are
Perhaps
working
Inferno could be added to the pool.
Yeah, well, Oscar's 16-5 after 11 rounds. So yeah, maybe this is one they should consider kind of slotting in there. He is actually having so much fun right now. There's damage inflicted, sure. Nafly will do some. I think Oscar maybe hit his teammate there as well, but still opening frag, taking down Naf. That's always going to be a benefit. And we'll see now if this could be double digits for HellRaisers. Another opening pick, as they have 4 AKs on the T side, bare bones utility, and basic banana control. Still the MP5. I respect it. That's going to be in the hands of Nookie.
How does it feel for you, that MP5? You like it?
I like it, but it's not that good.
It's not that good.
Like, it's cool to use, but I prefer the MP7.
There's a reason we don't see too much of it. Not going to do too much other than cause Angel to touch his keyboard a bit more than he planned. Does look like there's very little being shown from Liquid on towards A. Still 3 CTs invested. Nitro, he's just poking and prodding as that smoke fades. They will start to get a bit more investigative. Liege lines up to make this the hit clear. Angel, all he's going to do is throw it, right?
That's all he can do. As soon as he detects threat, he's going to drop the smoke. 35 seconds, and an incendiary as well. It's to be such a difficult round. The MP5 actually perfect now as they run through the flames. They'll desperately try and take down Nookie here, but still damage inflicted even more so now. Nitro at least gets them an opening. 3 versus 3. It's the best chance they've had in a while. Bomb will be planted, and they have nothing apart from a flashbang for the post-bomb play.
Not going to be easy trying to keep them at bay, especially considering how much damage was done earlier. Nuki, yes, the MP5 found 1, but it did manage to get a couple of bruises around the eyes of both twistzz and Nitro. Bomb's ticking away. No kit. They have to pick this pace up on this one, unless there was a kit lying on site. Nice work again, Liquid. They're going to pick this one up. Oscar does catch one on the cross. Time becoming a bit of too valuable. He's taking the frags. One more needed. There is a smoke on Banana. He's found the kit. He's holding it. He's holding it.
No
he is
way.
going to be shut down by a Liege, but my God, he nearly did it. He had a flash. Imagine if he underhands it.
Yeah, that was so wild. He's had so many crazy moments on Inferno in general and those sort
What's
of clutches. He must be close to
19.
20,
Yeah, he's
right?
nearly there.
19 after 12 rounds. That is absolutely insane. He almost wins that one as well. He doesn't, but he affects the finances so much. Those 2 kills are huge, and the fact he gets those, he'll lose his own AWP, unfortunately, and they'll take a timeout, but he did do a lot of financial damage here. To lead, has to bravely swing out and hope he's not waiting for him. He was not, but this might actually be the eco from HellRaisers. They have enough to buy, but it's not the best. They can't afford the Oscar up. I feel like that's where they're doing most of their best work. Might as well take this one on the chin and still aim for that 11-4 scoreline we suggested before. And it's not to say they can't win this run. They might invest a little bit into it with deagles and stuff. And we've seen the power of those particular pistols throughout this tournament. I'm sure you're aware. Round 13 and Galil's Mac 10s. Nitro yet to buy. Might have a drop on the floor for himself, though. We will see. And it is pretty much the eco here for HellRaisers. A couple of P250s. Make it 3 now. Lau will get some Kevlar and the CZ. There's 2 smokes available, and they're going for a 4-man stack. Make it 5, I think, as Lau makes his way over. Limps over at the end.
Got a hobble in his step.
Yeah, and they'll have 5 players initially, but maybe just to throw that first flashbang. Stewie 2K, always very inquisitive towards the top of B.
He does it with, I was going to say great success. Of course, you can see 6 to 11. He hasn't necessarily been finding the frags, but when given this control, he does tend to thrive. There's only 1 flashbang on Angel. If they wanted to do a bit of like mid-round aggression, retaking Banana with some close quarters pistols, they do have all the resources to do it. Stewie just hoping he gets something, any info, any push. Need to get some of these unanswered questions sorted before they commit to a bomb site at the moment. Angel, he's trying to act like 4 men. With 1 flashbang. He managed to do it, he threw it, that's all he's got. No, I think Liquid might have worked this one out.
Yeah, even if Angel gets 2 kills here, the round will be done because you can see they're all set up towards the B side of the map. There's 1, and they're all just pounced towards that A side. They've confirmed it's clear in the next 10 seconds or so, and HellRaisers still will hold towards B. They're just hoping that maybe overthink the situation. I think we saw that yesterday in the North game.
We did.
Right?
Yeah,
like
ran out of time.
They ran all the way back, and there was actually... where the players were saving their weapons and they ran into the stack somehow. So that was a whole thing. So that can happen. So you might as well hold onto your stack. You're probably not going to win the round when the bomb's planted anyway. And they'll set up now for exit frag. So we'll be Liquid slowly but surely starting to get himself into this first half. Remember, it's Inferno. It's not as weighted as it used to be, but it is a CT-sided map. And we'll see them get their 4th round. And they've lost every single pistol in this series so far. That's 3-3 against them. And HellRaisers needed this one. Analysts pointed out that there should be no chance HellRaisers can take a map here, maybe Overpass if it somehow gets there.
Yeah.
And they're making a convincing case to actually do it. And Overpass, you kind of broke it down at the start. It seems to be a bit of a specialist map pick.
Yeah, well, they have a very high success rate, 100% in recent 3 months. Of course, it's limited. I think they played it 4 times with this new roster, so take that with a bucket of salt.
Yeah.
The other caveat to that is that, yes, Angel and his previous band of cronies, of course, Voxic was on the roster, and other names, of course, Bondic was wearing the HellRaisers jersey at times as well. That roster was very, very scary, even against Tier 1 opposition on Overpass. And therefore, you know, if Angel's calling the shots, perhaps he can put them into that same kind of structure. Long way away, though. We haven't even concluded the first half of our second map here in our first series of our, what is it, the 3rd day now? 4th day?
Something like that.
Something like that.
It's one of the days.
It's flying by. It really is.
Whoa. Smoked out, but doesn't seem to be dissuading them from pushing. It's going to be the flashbang, and Oscar, you know he's getting a couple here. I might have jinxed him, Alex. He will miss and shoot between the wickets. It's Issa with the FAMAS to get at least 1, and the A side now all under control by Lau. He's been fantastic so far. He continues to impress us. 2 kills to keep the dream alive in terms of this round. Nice flank from Angel, and now the 2 versus 1, but it's Mr. Nafly, and this guy, he can do very well in these sort of situations, but only with the Galil this time, Alex.
Everybody's body's just littering the A site.
He's just sat in towards Graveyard. He hasn't got a Molotov, no smoke, just a single flashbang. He needs to be a little bit more active than usual, and you can see him just peeking. He knows he needs a quick kill and then play off a 1v1. He can't just sit there for a CT to touch the bomb. There it is. Now he can really start.
That flash is going to be the repeat. He's so precise. My God, he's a robot.
How has he pulled that one off?
Naf.
Yeah, there's a smile. At least smile about it, dude. That's insane. He had a tiny smile.
What a 1v2, and it could not have been more necessary.
Yeah, right?
9-5.
Like, I knew he had to get that first kill, but most players after that would just hide and play off the bomb, right, and make the CD come to them and hopefully get a scrappy 1 versus 1. He throws a flashbang. I hope we can see this cleanly. I'm really interested to see how that second kill even came through.
So flash off the box.
Flash off the box. You'd think that would just be for information. Just absolutely wrecks him. What the hell is that? Well, they're down to a 4 spy on the HellRaisers side. It's the last round, 9-6. Actually doesn't sound too bad for Liquid, does it? It's going to be Stewie 2K. Again, aggressive, but good for 1. But unfortunately gives up a rifle. That might be helping out HellRaisers more than it does Liquid. We'll see if Oscar can nail the headshot. He does significant damage towards Nitro. And it still is a 4 versus 3. Yes, up. Smoke towards the apartments.
The 9-6 half certainly doesn't sound too bad for Liquid, and now it's just Laul and Nuki to stop it from happening. Just SMGs, but close and low. Nitro, he's going to give him an upgrade to Laul. Now Elige can just take that straight away from him, supported by twistzz utility, and does look like Nuki's faced with a rather impossible task. Aggression from Elige, and it's rewarded. 9-6 on the half, and that's almost a sigh of relief.
Exactly that, Alex. It was not looking good for Liquid, but they're a tenacious squad, and they keep it together right towards the end. A massive clutch from Nafly has found them a 9-6 scoreline. They are the favourites to close this one out 2-0, and we'll find out after the break if they can do it.
Subdivine. I'll show you how it's done. There's no sight we go inside. The man he is the one. You build your walls with faith in God. They never come around. Then wonder why we all defy the burden to be born. We're coming home with a mission to bring an end to a terrible land. We are here to your omission. We are many of one. We're coming home with a mission to tear you down from your undeserved throne. We can take your conviction. We are many of one. You may call it a virus, but we call it the antidote. It's an answer to silence. The future is here to revolt.
Yes, the ESL Pro League continues. Thank you for staying with us, as does HellRaisers versus Liquid. It is time for map 2, half 2. It's going to be a HellRaisers lead, and Liquid, we actually saw sweat off the brow. They did have a sigh of relief as they picked up the 6th. It was a 9-6 half, but my goodness, it could have been worse.
Yeah, Nafly bailed them out towards the end. An absolutely monstrous clutch from him as we get into the first round of the second half. We will see now if this is going to be enough, and it's going to be Liquid with one smoke, a defuse kit, and for now, B control granted to HellRaisers. Only one player there. I assume it'll be stewie2k. He is known to play the Coffin's position very effectively. He's looking into the wall to dodge any potential flashbangs right now. Obviously, a little bit of a risk. They could walk in, but he's still checking it every now and then to just make sure that's not the case.
So Liquid, what's their plan if, well, say HellRaisers do exactly this?
Well, Stewie has to get one kill and survive. He'll go towards Ruins. He won't challenge for more than one.
He has the kit as well. Seems to be it's in the right place. That's not one. That's quite the opposite. He falls. P250 of Nuki. I think they threw Kevlar on him as well. They did. A bit of a hero P250. Now the bomb can go down. They've got full control of the B site. And what do you do now, Liquid? It looks tough.
Yeah, I'm not sure. This is a very difficult round. Very early plans. The smoke picked up for Angel as well.
They've lost every pistol so far, Henry.
They have. This will be 4 for 4. They haven't lost it yet, let's be clear. But you are right.
So far?
Yes. It is looking better now. The kill's coming through, but not quite enough. Nitro is going to be in a 2 versus 1. No kit for him as of yet, but still has a fighting chance in this one. Needs to get this quick kill towards the new boxes. He's done it. He has got the kit.
They don't need to tell him. That's a lot of wasted time. Trying to draw Nuki out, and I think he's tried to play the time right. Nitro doesn't find the shot, and Nuki, he opens the round, he closes it. 4 from the young Lithuanian. That's a huge play, and that's a huge round. If they want overpass, that's a good way to start.
You're absolutely right there. And there it is. 4 out of 4 pistols, 4 HellRaisers. They're 10-6 up, an overpass. It could be happening at this stage. And Liquid have forced ball pretty much every single time after losing the pistol here. It's worked, I think, once so far, but been unsuccessful in other areas. We'll see if Inferno yields a little bit more success for them. It was Nuki actually just timing that so well. It might have looked like it was a bit of a late peak, considering it could have been a full defuse, but he timed it right down to the milliseconds there. He peaked at about 4.5 seconds, made sure there was no chance of a defuse, even if he did die. We've got a sawed-off shotgun. Don't see that too often. Lau's got it this time, and CT's actually doing damage here. Good grenades at the start. It's Issa and Angel down to around 30 HP. Sawed-off shotgun not looking too tantalizing now. He'll have to go out first and see whether he can get the first, and it doesn't work out at all, but it does get a little bit of damage, and they're trading kills effectively towards that pit.
I am surprised that leaping from a balcony with a shotgun, straight down the throat of twistzz. Didn't kill him. It was a liege, excuse me. But the deagle prevailed, and now with the bomb going down, that nade did do some damage to Oscar, softens him up for what is just sidearms. 2 of the 3 covered in Kevlar. Who's going to be the first contact here? That's the question. You've got one short. They're coming from all the right angles. Pit could be a problem for Stewie. Angel is going to be responsible for that. Still, he tries to challenge, tries to draw Angel's fire, and oh, nice connection onto Oscar. He actually hit that. I can't believe he did. Now Angel, he swings on the Mac 10. Now Nitro's close. They are low, and he could get both, but time's a problem. No kit. He's just going to try and get the glory. He has got a Mac 10 if he wants. That's going to be $600. And he's trying to make the best of a bad situation. Just try and get Angel out of here as well. Can't quite manage it, but Angel, the bomb will do the rest.
Oh, really rough game this one for Liquid. They can't seem to catch a break. Another 1v1 slips by the wayside. It's going to be 11-6. That was the force buy. But remember, after getting that close before on VERTİGO, they did force buy again in round number 3. Will they have the same mentality here? 11-6 down.
Would be a hero
we are
rifle.
seeing a deagle. Will they do anything? No. So they're going to take the eco. There is some investment, so you can see a couple of deagles there, PT50 and HE, but overall not going to do it. Actually, Nitro with a load of money. He'll be aiming for the AWP. He really could have gone for it. The fact he went down to the 1 versus 1, he could have said, I'll get the AWP, guys. Let's go for this. But playing a more kind of conservative approach, I suppose.
I mean, they're staring down the barrel of a 5-round deficit. It could very well be 6. This has already taken down a liege, and that pause was not for dramatic effect, simply the cogs in my brain turning. Simple addition for some, the peak of my intellect for others. 5 + 6. So what's happening here then, Hank? I mean, if you were kind of explaining to someone watching this that Liquid are good and they're not doing what they normally do, what would you say they're doing? Is it just HellRaisers? Is it HellRaisers credit all round?
HellRaisers are playing a fantastic game of Inferno. There's not much information out on there as we kind of painted it before this game, and that's a massive asset for a new team, right? You don't know how they play certain maps, what kind of tendencies Oscar has within this team when he's picking every single angle and landing all the shots. There's not really much you can do in terms of strategy to shut that down. As we get into a stack here, there is a chance for Liquid to pull this one back, believe it or not, but with Nuki and Issa investigating towards B, maybe they will fall back. There's the initial kill, though, for twistzz. He brings it to a 4-on-4, and indeed, they will fall back. They feel like there's something going on here as twistzz gets the second. Unfortunately, they have made their way towards the other side of the map, but what has he found? Only Mac 10. So that's actually a really nice design round from HellRaisers. They wanted to throw 2 players in towards the A side, and if they die, they only give up these pretty useless SMGs. You can't take those to the next gun round. There's still a chance to maybe win this one, but it's going to be Issa bringing things back to a 3-on-3.
And just, to add the pepper on top of that is they're not very useful for a B retake. This whole strategy, congratulations, you got yourself some Mac 10s, but what can you do with them? Naf's about to show us exactly what, just the one. And Stewie, he's low. He does have the aforementioned Mac 10, but unfortunately he's got some scary Oscar and Nuki grouping up on that one. He tagged him up earlier. It was another round for HellRaisers. 12-6. My goodness, I'm going to start to believe overpass is going to happen.
Well, finally, Liquid get a decent buy together. They've got the AWP out for Nitro. We did see that building up with his finances. What a wonderful shot that is from twistzz. He got 2. Remember, they were the Mac 10 players, so unfortunately, yes, great kills, but still, they went towards B, unable to do that. So it's going to be 5 AKs here, and HellRaisers will be making their way into a default. It looks things, throwing that Molotov that Alish described in the pre-video.
Great videos recently.
There's been some fantastic content in this event. Very good stuff. And Stewie, he's known to prod and probe towards this side of the map.
He is. This is the first true CT round for Liquid where they have that full buy. It's time for us to get an understanding of how much resistance they're willing to put up in the face of adversity. Far from over, but HellRaisers, they've got so much room to work with. Angel's going to be tagged up for his battle towards the T ramp, and his teammate loses his life. Nuki then forced to watch as Issa swings on Boiler, and Nitro does manage to just fire off a warning shot. They are playing this relatively passively, giving Oscar a little bit of room to move.
Yeah, but the flashbangs are pretty brutal there, Alex. Yes, he has got himself in towards the arch, but will he stay there for much longer? They are very aware of it. Flashbangs have funneled him into this compromised position, and they will take him down together. That's very well played, but speaking of which, Lau's hitting some shots towards the A side. He knows the position of the second. Nitro can't hit the close-range AWP shot. I feel like he's in trouble here, and indeed he is. He's out to Elige and his mighty AWP to do most of the heavy lifting here. It's going to be a 2 versus 1. Lau with 100 HP, 2 kills to his name. A Molotov throws it behind the smoke and should be able to get the bomb down, no problem here. But what's the post-plant position? Does he go towards Graveyard or maybe even push that smoke? I would love that play if he went for it, but not going to hold or push any further just yet. Just waiting on the bomb site as both CTs come from quad.
This is a really tough one. He's going to have to get both so quickly. Stewie, of course, has plenty of time to adjust and find the head while he was preoccupied with his teammate, and so that will be a very big one for Team Liquid. 7. They start first foot on the ladder of a comeback in pursuit of a 2-0. HellRaisers. How much resistance can they put up this round? It's a weird division of money. 2 players could do damage, and looks like 2 players will.
AK-47's brought out. That's Fanuki and Issa. Deagles all round, though, for the others. Oh, there is a MAC-10 for Angel, so that's actually a pretty strong weapon on Inferno.
He loves calling around that MAC-10. I mean,
yeah, it can be so effective, though. If you can design an execution, you throw a MAC-10 in first with flashbangs are being deployed as well. Not only you get it running gun, but you get it in someone's face, especially without a helmet like Stewie 2K. Yeah. He could be going down quickly, but Nafly, he'll also be using the SMG. He's got the MP9 towards the logs, and Stewie just holding at the top. I'm not sure whether Naf wants to push any further, but he's right in front of that smoke, and he's going for it. Not really required, but still not the end of the world. He gives up the MP9.
And now Oscar's got himself a weapon as well. It will go back to a 4v4, though, as an early fight is taken. That MAC-10 could not handle Elige and Liquid. They're starting to fill up the kill feed. Looks good. Lau towards balcony.
Damn.
Nitro's going to slap him with the AWP, and Oscar, an all too familiar tale. Exactly where he was last time he got caught by Stewie from CT. It's exactly where Stewie stands again, but Elige won't be expecting this one. He sees the... Oh, he can deagle this. Oh, he does manage to connect, but he wasn't expecting a second swing so quick. So 12-8. And Liquid, as soon as they did have that full buy round, they've strung 2 together. Let's see how far they can go.
You're absolutely right there, Alex. Should be the eco here. Glocks across the board for now. Pressure starting to be applied as HellRaisers will lose the lead. They still have a 4-round buffer, but on the T side, and the round's getting less convincing for them. Plants aren't coming in as thick and fast as Liquid seem to stabilize here. And this round will actually give them a lot of resources going forward as well. It's a full eco, so they shouldn't really lose a single player here and get themselves a nice $3,500 injection. We'll see if that's the case, as Elige will be looking to segregate the T's here. They might as well run through. They were going to lose players anyway, and they do get a trade off it. And it's a 4 versus 2 now. Angel was the walking wounded anyway. It's going to be Lau with just a Glock. And like we said, any kills they could have got would be great, but only the 1 found. Money going to be in a great place now for Liquid.
I mean, saying that, that's 3 AWP frags. That's not necessarily where you would have wanted those kills to go against the Glocks. Good for Nitro to keep the round stable, but not quite as much cash injected as it could have been on perhaps those rifles. A small factor, but 12-9. And they are starting to build that bank. This is so is this the picture you're painting now? Liquid, they're going to start getting very comfortable if they keep picking up these rounds clean.
Well, I just heard Nitro say, I'm going to go for the pick at Banana. So that's a sign of him going for, yeah, he feels confident now. They've got resources to take a few risks. He has been Molotov'd off and doesn't fully commit to it, and rightly so. Like, we have seen a few plays this week of players over-committing when their Molotov comes down, losing their life and not being able to trade it. Nitro said he was going for the pick, but sometimes the plans don't work out. You know, you have to just cancel and fall back into your usual position. He wanted to go for it, but didn't anticipate the Molotov. And that was actually a really good pick. You can see they don't have much utility. There was a chance they couldn't have even got the Molotov there. Could have worked out for him, but he's a very... I think an underrated in-game leader these days. Some people don't even consider him an IGL for some reason. At some point,
strange.
They feel like it's slotted in just out of necessity. He's been doing this for a long time now, and he's the #1 team in the world. I think it's safe to say he is
one of the greats.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, very smart dude.
Yeah, I think Elige, actually, I think the tweet got a lot of attention because Elige pointed something out that a lot of people hadn't really been talking about. Nitro underappreciated as an in-game leader.
Absolutely.
And yeah, bang on. Well, he's trying to lead his team to overcome what was a quite terrifying lead. HellRaisers, they won the pistol after a 9-6 half. It put them set to close this one out. But as the weapons have graced Team Liquid's hands, they've been able to keep things consistent. 3 back-to-back, 30 seconds as the assault comes in. It is towards B. Stewie to be tested. He does have the support of Naf up high. And here comes the push. The flash is in. Stewie's blind. It's all on Naf. He has to get more than one. That's a start and a second as well. Bomb loose. The rotate's on his way.
Wow.
He's got another. Issa, just the head showing it's enough. And now the CTs, they've got numbers. The bomb far from down, and with just 10 seconds left, it's looking good.
Oscar just got legged, and that's still not enough. He could still win this round with the AWP. Nitro looking very confident in his own ability right now. The AWP towards the Coffin's position. CTs all making their way towards that side, of course, and the timing looks good for the in-game leader. He will be making his way around. Didn't quite spot the head, but Oscar, he's starting to find kills now. I told you, you had to take him out early. The leg shot was not going to be enough. He's found absolutely everything there. So many kills for him. It's going to be the 13th round for HellRaisers. It's just a difference maker there. If Nitro lands the shot cleanly on the boosted Oscar there, that's the round over. But he legged him, took him under 13 HP, and it wasn't enough. If Oscar's alive with an AWP, he'll find a way to win the round, and Naf has got to be gutted. He couldn't have done more here, Alex.
That is everything and then some. He did everything he possibly could, then gets traded. This is the shot from Oscar. Did take down twistzz, and the adjustment, look at this. He just slid into Nitro's POV on Coffins just in the nick of time, and look what that's done to Liquid. Staring down the barrel of 13, they haven't got the money for a full buy. That's where their successes have come from.
Timeouts. And it's HellRaisers after losing 3 rounds in a row. Have broken the streak of Liquid here. Liquid are 1 away from double digits. The auto shotgun for twistzz. He'll have to be in the apartments with that one. It is a powerful weapon in the right hands, and money's not exactly great on the HellRaisers side either. Mac-10 for Angel again seems to really enjoy bringing that weapon out, and it's actually another perfect time to do so because 3 players now without helmets. Mac-10 actually becomes very, very powerful indeed if you can find those players.
He's a firm believer in it, and more shotguns than I'm used to seeing. Novas, sword-offs, now the XMs come out in twistzz hands. It seems like the perfect weapon for that job, should they come there. Of course, at the moment, not the case. A couple of bullets thrown through the smoke by HellRaisers, but nothing committal as the smokes start to fade as we reach that 1:20 mark. So does some ground being covered. Looks like apartments is going to be Lau's project for this opening gambit.
Well, look, this is huge for Liquid. They give this one up. They're 49 down, Alex. And then the money's completely broken as well. This might decide the map in itself as to whether Liquid can hold on, and it's going to be a struggle. Stewie 2K's AWP. That's solo again, this time towards the B site. He hasn't fully committed to T steps, but he is at the barrels.
Here come the nades. This has just released his smoke, and they start to charge into Naf and into the meat grinder. Liquid, they need more, and Naf, he's got another multi-kill. Elige, he's got that deagle, and he's working wonders. Can he pick up the M4? He can, converts. Wow. HellRaisers, they just walked into this blue and bullets. It's scary. It's Team Liquid.
That was really cool. Oh my goodness, you can see what it means to Angel. That was a massive round, and he knows that the fact they had deagles and shotguns, it was Stewie 2K's AWP towards the B side of the map that funnels them, like he said, into the meat grinder. Navfly somehow gets the first kill, which is the bomber, and it was the Mac-10. But that's why they throw the Mac-10 in as jump right. That's not him making a mistake or anything like that. They want to take the aim off an AWP potentially. So he has to flick up and not be ready to take down multiple kills, right? But close range with shotguns, etc., that was absolutely fine for Liquid. They do find double digits and force HellRaisers now down to an eco. That was the moment, not necessarily to close out the game, but be pretty much good as with the economy situation for Liquid that would have been this round.
Potentially swing round. I mean, HellRaisers win that, it's dire straits for Liquid.
Absolutely. It would have taken so much to get back into it, but now they're full eco. Liquid should get 13-11 and a double AWP setup.
If HellRaisers can't shake them at all with these pistols, those double AWPs are going to carry over. Suddenly, HellRaisers got a whole new task, whole new problem to fix. For now, oh, Issa, he can't even pick up a weapon without meeting an AWP.
He just wanted a PT-50. That's all. He's not trying to cause any harm here.
I just want a new skin. Yeah. Chill.
on Nitro. He might struggle with the fact there's 2 targets here, but still nails 1 at least. That's enough. Bomb goes down, gets his second, and it's the player that got tagged up by Nitro, I believe, will be making his way towards quad. Not going to find much, though. Nitro looking very good at that AWP here in the second half. It's been a bit of a rough one here for Liquid after losing every single pistol in this series. They found themselves at a huge deficit at the start of Inferno. They were 6-0 down, Alex, you remember.
It is definitely worth talking about Nitro. He's on your screens right now. Not only is he in-game leading, not only are we talking about him a whole lot more, but he's got 21 frags. He's also AWPing, game-winning AWPing. And Stewie actually is the one that is a little quiet here on Inferno. Of course, not the series as a whole. He was delivering on VERTİGO. But HellRaisers, they've turned up the heat, the timeout called by them. Because this hasn't been a great string of rounds. It was 5 from Liquid to the 1 of HellRaisers in the last 6.
Remember, ladies and gentlemen, this is an elimination game. HellRaisers now just a few rounds away from being removed from the tournament. We'll see if they have what it takes with 5 AK-47s to take down Team Liquid, who look like they are loud and in charge here. It's going to be the double AWP setup of Nitro and Stewie 2K. And 3 players towards B at the very start. Flashbang ready in position. HellRaisers will not be trying to challenge Banana at the very start here. Bomb down towards T steps. And at this stage, it is a slow default. So Angel, well, after the timeout, just wants to see if they can work a pick. Team Liquid aren't over-aggressing at all, but fast mid-push out of nowhere.
Liege, he's going to have more than one. They're all walking into his line of fire, but Nuki quick to trade. That's good. They're starting to pincer in. Wow, it's rare you see this. They actually commit to the wrap. Now Naf and Stewie, they've got themselves completely divided. Split between the 2. The smoke's not going to land in time. And what? Just as it blooms, Stewie clicks the absolute right shot, right time. Nuki's gone. Issa's alone. They start to arrive from Banana. Now he's smoked off.
That's smart from Stewie. He had the chance to go for one of those massive plays of his, but he knows if he does... Oh, Issa. The flames, I thought we were going to get him. Guys, be careful. That's at least bought a few seconds with the CT rotation. Nitro might be done for here, but he nails another shot. Oscar getting a taste of his own medicine, and Stewie 2K operates perfectly in this round. He is very disciplined. He makes sure they win it. This is a crucial round for them. Had he just jumped through the coffins there and got 1 kill maybe, he was definitely going to die. He's focusing on round victories there, and you can see this young player known for pushing through smokes and having a chaotic playstyle now really turning into a world-class talent that is sustainable in a top team. So great stuff from him there.
Survival is just as much a part of the CT side as it is getting those shots as well. Timing is everything. Numbers is everything. And you can actually see just how that one concluded. Twistzz just throwing a nice little dunk. There was a molly coming as well. Issa's fate was sealed. But you can see he did just catch a glimpse of a leg just before the smoke plumed, and that was enough. Love this as well. So quick to shut down Lowell as Twistzz was the one to dunk him out and find 12. That gap's closing. Angel's feeling the pressure. Yeah, that felt good. They got into the site. They got the picks, and now look at this buy.
It's a partial buy, but they have got Issa invested into the AK-47. Is it enough? The way Liquid are playing right now, maybe not. They have got a MAC-10 that has been successful for them. This looks like a flash attack, Alex, towards the A site. You normally smoke library, Molotov pit, double flash out of the apartments, maybe off the chimney or from the top of middle itself, and then you see what these CZ MAC-10s can do. It's a snowball tactic. It's just the chimney flashbang. If they get the first kill, they're in business, but this counter position really doesn't work out for them. It's Twistzz with 3, but there is a response, but not much of one. It's going to be a couple of kills short. Doesn't really do a whole lot considering we're going into round number 27 now. 13-13, Liquid with tons of money, and HellRaisers will have a bye. But there's Twistzz with 22 kills, 19 deaths. It feels like it's business as usual now after recovering from the 6-0 deficit.
Interesting. My God. It was 10-2, 11-2 at one point in favor of HellRaisers. Now we see the 13th round for Liquid. 13-13. Turned this one around, the second half of the first half, and now here in the second half. I promise that all made sense.
The AWP's out for Oscar, and you can see not having as much crazy impact as he was in the first half. For some unbelievable shots at the T side, it's a lot more difficult to operate with, and we'll see if he can actually find a few chaotic shots just to mix things up. But it's Nitro that's been delivering the pain with the sniper rifle so far. He looks towards Boiler Room right now. It's a bit of a Guardian angle. We normally see him holding that one. Shots exchanged towards B, but no real damage inflicted. Stewie 2K to patrol CT spawn, and Nitro As you saw, holding the boiler room, double sniper setup is very effective on Inferno.
Smokes land. And HellRaisers, this restraint, this slow and steady approach is probably product of the last spree from Team Liquid. 4 in a row now. They found 1, but there was 3 prior to that, so it really has been quite the string of rounds here on the CT side. Once the money was flowing, Team Liquid were going. And with 40 seconds left, they're setting up for the BX sec.
Yes, they've got the smokes. Only 2 flashbangs, however, and Stewie 2K with the AWP is the emo. So unless they Molotov him out, he's going to find a couple of frags, Alex. Oh, it's the smokes in front.
The smoke on the front of the site, that's going to make construction a bit awkward as well. They haven't committed just yet now. Here they come. He found the gap. 1 down, Nuki down, Bomb not down because Angel's fallen. Lal has managed to find 1, and now with this as Molly, we find ourselves in a 3v3. The Bomb can go down with 9 seconds spare, and that retake is just going to be a straight up 3v3. We're in the retake server, but this time it's about getting closer to 250,000. Hold the lines. Patience. Displayed by both sides, admittedly. Liquid, they don't want to be caught off guard. They start to advance, a bit of a duo. twistzz going to be the spearhead of this assault with his M4. Now was waiting for them, and that's exactly what he needed to do. Precision on the first, not quite able to find a liege, but time is on their side. I think they've done it.
It looks good,
Nice work
Alex.
from nitro. As Oscar, that should be enough to seal the deal unless, yep, Eligi didn't hold it. And of course, it's Oscar to finish it. He's closing in on 30, Henry.
Yeah, he brings out the AWP, and it's not great in the mid rounds, but once you get a post plant, the AWP really can come into its own. And Oscar's had so many highlights on that B-bomb side in Inferno. The triple kill historically comes to mind. That was obviously a miraculous moment. That one, still very impressive. He plays it to perfection. Elige knew he couldn't win the round at that point, but he thought, at least if I can get the kill on Oscar, I can remove that all potential going forward. But even that wasn't possible. It's 14-13. Still a possibility of taking us to overpass here. HellRaisers dropped off for a few rounds. They lost 4 in a row, but they have broken the streak, but not the cash. If they can get map point now, Liquid will have nothing left going forward. So this is another huge moment for them, but their money is certainly compromised as well. Nuki just to the UMP. Flashman goes through. Stewie this time looking towards Logs. He's not going to check it. Angel will be ready for him. Gets the first kill. 5 versus 4 now.
The Molotov's not going to touch him. I think he's safe. He's found a little safe haven in the heat. And my goodness, Stewie going down. That aggression could cost Team Liquid, could send them to overpass. The rest, they're going to have to make up for the slack Stewie has provided. Nitro responsible for B. Just 1 there at the moment. They are starting to look like they're turning tail. At least you'd catch a glimpse of it. Nitro, he stands poised, unfazed. Oh, he saw a toe. That's it. A little T-boot. And that's enough for him to back out.
He's the only player there for now, with rotations from Nafly coming through, but 5 HellRaisers players there, and they're going to drop their smokes now. That's pretty much all they have, though. Oh, no. Nitro caught out of position, but he does survive. Nafly, the covering fire. And Nitro now really doesn't have the ideal weapon to do much with this. No scope will have to be the porter call. Not going to connect as the bomb's planted.
What can you do? Should be a safe plant from Lowell as well. Tries to bang him through the coffins. That's fantastic.
Wow.
Great awareness from Nitro. He catches Nuki. That's a power position gone. Numbers level. Lovely crossfire established by Angel. Nitro, he's somehow finding another one. And another one! Nitro delivers in the same way Khaled does. He's on 3 frags. He's looking for the 4th to save Liquid. They have no money if they lose this round. It has a 1v1. Looking for his 28th. And he finds it. He's got time. Has he got the kit? Doesn't matter. Or does it?
Oh, does it, Machine says. It looks like he's okay, Alex. I think he's fine.
Oh, that's so scary.
Just to note, that was one of the craziest plays of the tournament so far. Nitro just bailed them out. I don't know how he gets that first kill from coffins towards the top there where Nuki was. That was insane. And then he somehow comes out 1 versus 1. Angel knows he's coming there, hits a shot. This is where it all began. What the hell was that? How does he even know? And then every kill just seems to go in his favor. Quick scopes, no scopes, all of it really. The smoke bangs and Angel. I think he knew he was done for. He's like, Nitro, he isn't going to miss me here. I don't know what to do. I'll hide in the corner. And that's pretty much all he could do. Nitro was an absolute beast that round and gets 14-14. Lost bonus and the bomb plan will keep HellRaisers alive. But Liquid, that was by the skin of their teeth. They avoid map points. And
he's
Nitro,
not done.
He keeps going.
He is not interested in overpass. He's like, I left my overpass strat book at home. We're going to have to finish it here.
Wow.
He is on par with Oscar, and Oscar's having one of his games. Oscar's having an Oscar game that we don't have a term for a Nitro game, you know? I mean, I think I've just created it, actually. It's called a Nitro game. He's having one of them. Because 29 frags. Orps filling the kill feed as well. I'd love to have Orp statistics, see if this is an anomaly or if he really has started to accelerate with his use of the scope weapon. Always was his responsibility, but he does seem to be growing in
He was never
comfort.
known as like a star AWPer.
No.
He's always like very good with the weapon. Everyone's like, no, it's not a problem.
Yeah.
But this performance, this is world class. This is like top 3 in the AWPer. Yeah, this is like this is what you'd think maybe it was device on the server right now, but it's Nitro and he's absolutely killing it. So it is going to be the B execution, Alex, with little to nothing here. With just one smoke, make it 2 now. Flashbang and a Molotov, and they've got a mandate advantage, smoked out, and I love this setup on the CD side of Inferno. If you had the advantage especially, you got Stewie 2K and CT Spawn. Now he is, with Nafly, he's boosted up, but he's going to bait him in. He's going to try and show as much presence as he can towards that lower area, even up to this point of firing off shots. He's going to flash through and go for a couple of kills here. It doesn't work out. Oh, the MP9 might not be ideal up here. We'll see if Nafly can actually do anything with this. He hasn't looked, and now it might have cost him.
Oh, he's going straight for Angel. Takes the low HP player out. That's enough, but the bomb did go down. So 3v3 and Nitro, surely not. Not this time. Oscar reminds him he's got a weapon too, and my God, that's quick onto a Liege. What an adjustment from one side to the other. And twistzz, he's out of there, and so is almost all of the dollary dues for Liquid. They're in trouble. Yeah. They're in jeopardy.
It's a massive round. Of course it is for HellRaisers. Gets into map point. It's Oscar delivering with the AWP after losing the first pick, no less. Now, I dare say that was maybe a bit too aggressive from Stewie 2K there. Like I was building up, I just wanted to see a bit of presence there. Some shots fired just through the smoke. He didn't have to commit fully through it, and it would have been enough to maybe give Nafly an opportunity to use that MP9. But as soon as Stewie went down, he was only good for one. It doesn't have the range. It needs to have the spray game as well. Stewie could have ended it all there if he gets a couple of kills, but it was such a gamble. Through the smoke he went. The flashbang didn't seem as effective as he was hoping. And here we go. Another timeout as we go into round number 30. Can Liquid get to overtime with nothing really saved at all? They had an AK-47. That's in the hands of twistzz, but they all sit around $1,400, unfortunately. It's the bottom of the loss bonus. Here's the replay of Oscar showing us why he's considered one of the top snipers on the planet. So powerful, so precise, and so exciting as well. It is going to be now Liquid with the decision. What do they go with, SMGs or pistols here? It's that 1 AK, 2 CZs, a Deagle, and an MP9. It does not look good, Alex.
Liquid have lost Inferno twice this year versus Astralis and MIBR. HellRaisers looking to be the third name on that list, at least in recent memory. I think that might have been the last 3 months. It is. And so we jump in. This is it. Team Liquid, they've put all of their faith, all of their funds into twistzz. He has the AK, it was of course recovered. And he's going to have to do so much work with this. They've decided to put him towards apartments.
Overpass looking likely now, considering the buy of Liquid. Towards Banana, HellRaisers will begin their campaign. Stewie 2K there with Nafly. They are the players that don't really have a whole lot. An MP9 and a CZ, that is it. And that's why Nafly's holding the off angle now, trying to steal a kill away, fade out of the situation, but they're not challenging him at all. It will be Key and Angel. Bit of spray from Lau towards the apartments here. As we get to the 1 minute mark here, it's HellRaisers with a very conservative approach, just trying to work out what they're up against.
Just want to make sure Liquid aren't pulling any naughty stacks. At the moment, relatively standard. It's just the weapons that are not. This is going to take some short control. Gets it. They're trying to show face. It feels a little too blatant, just firing random shots as they leap. And it has forced off player Naf with the CZ on his way towards A. The bomb quite the opposite. Dropped towards D steps.
35 seconds. Bomb is down T steps, and Naflight really wants to slice the action here. CZ in the smoke right now. 3 players making their way towards B, but the bomb isn't there. First kill for stewie 2K, indeed through the smoke, and Angel's low as well. The pallet boost doesn't work out for Elise. That was the one he could have got for free. The bomb makes his way towards A now. Back and forth we go. Elise is isolated on the side. He's got pressure from Arch and indeed Quad. Izza hits a great shot, and time is running low, but it's not going to matter. That's the plant guaranteed. I think they've done enough. Unless stewie 2K can make this work, 2 versus 2.
My goodness, Naf's low as well. It's all on Stewie. At least Naf found the AK. Twist lost it. He's found an AK. Lowell and Oscar to defend. Lowell and Oscar to take us to overpass. A series many thought would be a 2-0. HellRaisers, they're looking to shout loudly.
No
Naf,
way.
He's shut us up. He makes the AK work with just 12 HP from Pit. It's Lowell. He's already tagged up. This should be it. Liquid, they're pushing. Lowell, the Spaniard. He's got the courage. He hasn't got the life. And Naf, has he got the time?
I don't think he has it.
I don't think he does.
He hasn't.
Hold your breath.
It's so close. I don't think he has it. I don't think he has it. I think HellRaisers have done enough here.
Looking at the green light. It looks just a little short. My God, a millimeter. 16-14, we're off to overpass.
Wow, what a game that was. It really had it all. 2 titans of the sniper rifle locking horns. That was such an entertaining map to watch, and there's still more action to come. Overpass sets the scene very well. It's been described as HellRaisers' best map, but guess what?